Hello, everyone. This brief video is about Unit 3. Some of you have realized that some of the questions seem very similar, and they are similar, but each unit is different information. So Unit 1 was history and a foundation of leading health indicators, healthy people, and social determinants of health. Unit 2 focused only on social context and access to quality health care. We're now entering Unit 3, and this unit is about the other three social determinants of health, which are education, economic stability, and built environment or neighborhood. So let's look at Unit 3 very quickly. Let's check out the due dates. The due dates you can see happen pretty quickly. Checkpoint 2, where I'm checking to see how you're doing on your project, is due the 12th, which is the day I'm making this video. Then you can see the online 6, 7, and 8 are on the three social determinants of health. The discussion board asks you very similar questions, but about these three social determinants of health. And then on the 21st, your reflection is due, and the reflection typically wants you to use the content in the unit and the discussion board. And then on the 21st, another thing you have is to submit your project for feedback, and this is optional. The checkpoints are where I'm checking your content. The project submission that's optional, where you just want feedback, I would want to see the project and where you are now. So if you're creating a brochure, I would want to see the brochure layout and what you have so far. If you're creating slides, which I don't think anybody is, I'd want to see the slide presentation. If you're doing a podcast, I'd either want to see an outline of what you're going to discuss or hear part of the podcast that you've recorded so far. But even a script of what would be discussed in the podcast would be fine. So these are just some examples. But if you want to submit this for feedback, it must be the actual thing you're presenting as your final project. I will make a separate recording for your final project, but as you can see, this unit ends on the 21st. And when you look at the guidelines for when we really start the next unit, you have a couple days to focus solely on finishing your project in the beginning of Unit 4. So since I've mentioned Unit 4, let's look at that. The due dates for Unit 4, as you can see, the last due date in the Unit 3 was 6/21. You can see that by 9 p.m. on the 24th, and this is a different due time, your projects need to be submitted to the discussion board. And when we talk about the projects, I'll get more specific. But that gives you the 22nd, the 23rd, and most of the 24th to finish your project. You then will start reviewing all the projects in the discussion board and scoring them, and you'll have the 25th starting at noon through the 28th. The reason for that delay is from 9 p.m. on the 24th until 25th in the morning, I am looking at all of your projects to make sure that everything works. So if you provide us with a link, the link works. If you provide us with a document that I check to make sure everyone can open it. If you provide a recording, I make sure that it opens. I don't check content. I just make sure that people can get to what you've submitted. Then on the 28th, the first post is your project. On the 28th, you'll have a post 2. On the 28th, you'll submit your scoring of everyone. On the 29th, you'll have a post 3, which is the only time in the semester where you had a third post in a discussion board. And then on the 29th, there's an extra credit assignment, which I'll open and show you. And on the 1st, your final reflection is due. So the only other thing I want to look at in this recording is the extra credit assignment. And so you can choose one of these 3 items for extra credit. The points are based on the amount of time it probably will take you to finish. One of them is about the immortal life of Henrietta Lacks. The second option is to watch the movie on the basis of sex. These are available in different streaming services. And so you have options in case you don't have the availability to get something, then choose something different. And the last one is to choose 2 articles or web pages or videos, 2 items that are not peer reviewed. So everything you've done all semester has been geared towards what professionals would read. I now want you to take the time to look at what the lay public sees about your topic or any other women's health topic. If you want to keep your topic, that's fine. If you want to do a different topic, that's fine as well. The key is I really want you to see what lay people see. So if you submit something that's created for professionals or is that is peer reviewed, it'll be a 0 score because that's not the assignment. So those are the 3 options for extra credit. The first 2 are worth 10 points because they will take longer. The next one, the last one, the critiquing the 2 items you find is only worth 7 points because that will take less time. I hope this is helpful. I hope it helps you stay focused. I'm enjoying your work. I'm enjoying reading your work. As we're going through the discussion boards, I'm getting more excited about seeing your final projects, and I hope you're enjoying your work as well. Please reach out if you have questions because the goal is that you learn what you need to learn and that you complete successfully all the assignments so your final project gets the best grade possible. Have a great week, everyone.